What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Rashima here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my daily vlog. I just came downstairs to get my breakfast and my lunch. I'm about to head out the door and go to work. Sorry, I am a morning person, but it takes a while for my face and my voice to adjust to being a morning person. So bear with me. I'll see you guys when I get to the school. Peace. Hi you guys, so I've made it into my classroom. So I do have about 6 groups that I have to see today, but I do have a push-in group, which is like a small ESC class that I go into, and I work with the majority of the kids in the classroom. Instead of pulling the entire classroom out, I actually just go in. So I'll let you guys know what I'll be doing in that classroom. I have some kids who are practicing some comprehension goals for reading passages on their grade level. I have some kids who are working to categorize household items as well as other items and occupations. I have some kids who are practicing speech sounds and sound blends for words. And what else do I have? I have some kids practicing some social skills. So some of those games that I showed you, turn taking, sequencing, you know, I have some sequencing like story cards that I allow my children to put together, but they enjoy the games, of course, but I use those as a reward for doing the story sequencing, because if we just did games the whole time, they wouldn't be motivated to do much of anything. So let me go erase the schedule that I wrote for yesterday. I'll put the new one up, and later on I'll give you guys a peek of what that was like. Oh yeah, also, I just wanted to show you guys some of the books that I have in my room. Alright you guys, so I'm back, and I have a couple of these Pika Flap books. They are thebomb.com. I use these for my, I have a pre-K, a kindergarten, and a first grade group that I use these books with. It's the Pika Flap Moo book. So this one has like all the animals that you would find in a farm. So maybe I'll like record a video and like go through the little flaps and stuff. Like you can open up the flaps and see the things that are hiding inside. So this is the Pika Flap Moo book. It says from 2 years old and up. And of course, when my nephew and my little cousin gets of age, I will be reading these books with them, or I'll record a video and send it straight to their mom so that they can have these books being read to them, even if it's on video. So this is the Pika Flap Zoo book. So we have the Moo, the Zoo, and the Who book. So they're rhyming too. And then like this one has all the little animals that live in the desert, or they call it the savannah. So that's what I'm gonna call it, the savannah. So yeah. And just to give you guys, and this was all the animals that live in the, not all of the animals, but most of the animals that live in the Arctic. Sorry if I'm looking to the side, it's just so that I can make sure that the book is in focus for you guys. This was my favorite page. These are animals that live in the ocean. And like this beluga whale here, the kids are like, what is that big fish? I'm like, it's a whale. And they're like, what is a whale? I'm like, a whale is a type of fish, but I had to teach them the difference between a whale and a dolphin. So I'm like, get it early. This early literacy, you guys have to know this stuff. It's not just the fish. We have dolphins, we have fish, we have eel, we have whales, all of that, turtles. All of these different animals live in the sea, in the ocean. So not everything that comes out of the water is a fish, all because that's what you eat. And then they have these animals like animals. I think these are animals that are indigenous to Australia, because they have like kangaroo and dingoes and joey. Well, joeys are just baby kangaroos, but yeah. So that's one. And then we have the Pika Flap Who book. The Pika Flap Who, I haven't actually opened this one, but okay, maybe I should be showing you guys. So yeah, this is the Pika Flap Who book. I'll be sure to go over these books with my kids. See, I haven't even opened the flaps yet. So yeah, Pika Flap Who. And then my favorite book as a child used to be, well, one of them. I like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, the little ABC tree. And then this one, The Rainbow Fish. Now that I read that book as an adult, I'm like, I thought thought there was more to the story. Maybe my imagination, sorry I keep squatting, I'm like grabbing the books, but maybe my imagination was making up more to that story than was actually happening. And then this is a book that I actually got through my after school program. They were giving books away to the kids, and I'm like, oh my God, this book would be so great for like getting my little kids to read and pick out words that they don't know. Just building up this lexicon for them. And it has all, when I tell you guys, it has all of the princess stories in here, like all of them. So we have Rapunzel and her story. They have like the Princess and the Frog. They have Jasmine and Aladdin. Look at them, they're so cute. And yeah, so I mean, these aren't the only books that I have in my class, but these are just some of the books that I have on display so that when my kids come in, they see all the pretty colors and they're like, ooh, what is this? Can we read this? And I'm like, well, let us read our assignment first. And if we have time left over, we can read a couple of pages from one of the books. And it just gets them riled up to want to read more, and that's what I'm trying to do here, build up this language and start this literacy movement. So if you have not already, go and check out my lit literacy and comprehension videos. So I think I only posted one so far, but tomorrow is Lit Literacy Wednesday. I don't know what order you guys are going to watch these videos in, but today is January 23rd, which is a Tuesday. So tomorrow. What's up, you guys? So I literally just got done with my therapy group. I had 2 kids that were working on some literacy passages, reading and answering comprehension questions like what's the main idea, and listing 3 of the key details that they found in the story. It was a grade level passage for them. And I had 2 other kids who were working on, one of them was working on speech sounds, so I had one of them test the other one. So it was just like making them both say the speech sound. So one would say it and the other one would have to repeat it, and I made it fun by making one of them grade. They had to grade each other. So when it was the other kid who had the speech sounds turn to grade, I let him go over some items that were compare and contrast, which were the goals for the other child. So they had to compare compare and contrast, like things like, how is a banana and a apple different? So the kid, he said, bananas are red, bananas are yellow, apples are red, and I was like, okay, give us something more vague than that. He gave us a very good description of how they were different, but then I said, how are they the same? And he got it on point. He was like, they both are fruit. And then like when comparing and contrasting baseball and football, you know, he knew how to categorize these things. He was like, they were sports, you know, and one you throw the ball and you can use your hands, and one of them you can't. He was like, both of them you can throw a ball, but one of them you run it and the other one you hit with the bat. So I was just like, yes, he has the concept in his head. He's able to get them, and he was able to like go over, like, I know I'm going too far, but the difference between a plane and a bus, all those kinds of things. He was like, yeah, they're both vehicles, blah, blah, blah. But I see that you guys can tell that I am excited that my babies are catching on. You know, when all the work that you've been putting into these kids finally starts to pay off, you get excited. You're like, look at my babies, they're growing, you know? They're growing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Sorry I can't speak. I'm just so excited. So when I get excited, I can't speak. The speech pathologist who can't speak, right? All right, I'll check in with you guys in a few. Come on, ride that train. Come ride it, choo-choo. So one of my kids' speech sounds is the CH sounds with the ch-ch-ch. So as we're like getting so hyped to do like our sounds, we were doing sh, ch, and t, all those kind of good sounds. And I couldn't help but like in my head, because I'm in such a good mood, that I was like, come on, ride that train. Come ride it, choo-choo. Come on, ride that train. Come ride it. Knowing my mind should not be there while I'm in the therapy session, but I got the kids so hyped that, you know, we just come on and ride that train, 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 train. So we were like the like blends. Oh my God, don't pay me any attention, but I was like, come on, ride that train, choo choo.
Set good like a bedroom set. Rewind, you know, member cassette. Follow me, come round like the house back. Turn back, we up on the doorstep.